All right, y'all. So we have this week's update for Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra, December 16th/17th, depending on where you are in the world. And there is a bit of things to talk about today that I decided it's worth a full video on. Now, some of what we'll talk about is going to be things that will appear in a week from now when Broly does come out, which is kind of crazy. Broly's only 1 week away at this point, but at the same time, a lot of what we're going to talk about is already in game right now. So again, let's just read the first official newsletter here. So season 2 second half begins. There's only 4 weeks left of season 2, so that is basically official confirmation that season 3 does begin in 4 weeks. So we could say what, that's the 13th of January right there is when the next season for Gekishin Squadra does begin. So we'll keep a lookout there. We have info on great deals to help you take on the second half battles to the next level. They're gonna have hero and skin sets available at a special price for Android 18 and 17. That's pretty good actually. It's 250 gems for 17 in his favorite outfit, which is, you know, the Cell Saga outfit. Same with 18 here. In fact, if I go over to the store just to show you guys real quick, yeah, and they are even further discounted if you already do have the character. So right here, of course, I already have 18, so you know, you could get her vest for about 40 gems off for each of these characters, which is pretty good if you're like interested in getting those costumes. So that's really nice, right? Rankings also heating up at the second half. Again, you want to make sure you reach rank A to make sure you get the Boma Helper and the Max Gekishin Burst rewards. That's pretty much it though. Again, the ranking end time is the 12th of January, which again, that's about a day before season 3. Now, this is one of the bigger updates that people have been asking for a very long time. Looks like Star Collection 75 is actually going to be changed to a tier 1 hero unlock. And even if you already have completed 75 before the update, you will be able to do it again. After the update, open the Star Collection screen and you'll be able to unlock heroes such as Super Saiyan 3 Goku, God of Destruction Toppo, and other characters. The update is planned for the 23rd, along with which we will perform maintenance. So again, we could take a look all the way over here. And again, these are the tier 1 characters that are available right now. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, God of Destruction Toppo, and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. They mentioned Goku and Toppo here. I wonder like how they're gonna do this. Like, is Ultimate Gohan gonna be in here? Because they said that these two will be available in tier 1. Unless they are just like naming the heroes available now. Because we know that Ultimate Gohan should be appearing in this tier 1 is what we're assuming, but again, there's not really a specific concrete estimate on that. But again, we talked about this in many of these different like kind of star upgrade issues, which if we take a look all the way back here, we have tier 1 unlock at level 31, and the next one is all the way up here at 109. And we're saying, hey, they should add like an extra tier in the middle of that. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. So again, 75 right now is just a G capsule, just like a normal color capsule, nothing really too crazy. They're actually changing this level 75 to a tier 1 character, which is absolutely crazy. And again, we won't see that in the actual game until a week from now. There's going to be maintenance leading up to Broly's release, but this is very exciting, and this is a really just good change in general, at least until they replace the Star Collection system. In my opinion, with this change made, you know, maybe they continue to give us more hero memories with the weekly missions. We'll get to that. Things like that. Like, the Star Collection is not even that bad of an idea. The biggest issue is that it takes so long to get tier 1 characters, but now they add that tier 1 in the middle of it, and they've increased the hero memories you get. Maybe just increase Zenny a little more too. And honestly, I don't even think the Star Collection system is nearly as bad as it like was before, especially with this being added. I think that's the biggest thing there, is that you went from level 31 all the way to 109. Now there's this kind of in the middle. It's closer to the 109, of course, but still like fair. Like, I would say, you know, it's what, less than 40 to No, it's about what? That's 44 to 75, and then from 75 to 109, that's about 34, right? So like again, it's not really necessarily in the middle, but it's a good spot, honestly. Close enough to the middle where I would say it is nice, right? And the fact that they're gonna let all of us reselect that level 75, even if you already went past it, is very huge as well. But beyond that, there's nothing much else. Again, Squadra Blast 1 archives will be available if you want to watch the main stages, etc. That's pretty much it. And again, here they're just talking about like anyone violating terms of conduct will be banned, etc. So just try to not do that, I guess, right? Then we have patch notes here. So adjustments were made today, and balance adjustments are scheduled for the 23rd of December, which it is 100% confirmed that Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Ultimate Gohan's abilities are planned to be adjusted. That might just be a separate video in itself, talking about what their nerfs should be, what they need to do to adjust these guys. Them nerfing Ultimate Gohan so quickly is a really good sign, in my opinion. I think that's just great for the game. Like, okay, like he's out for the 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, he's already being, I would assume he's going to be nerfed in some way. But just like any adjustments, I think is really good just for any character, because sometimes a character might come out and they might not be that great, right? Like Topo, for example, is a character that came out, wasn't really the greatest character of all time. But then we have someone like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I think that, like with characters like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, they need to be quicker on that, but if they could be as quick as they would be with Ultimate Gohan, that'd be great. And the biggest reason why Vegeta wasn't adjusted was because of the fact that there's a Squadra Blast tournament ongoing. But I mean, what they should have done, in my opinion, is not allowed any season 2 characters, then adjusted Vegeta when, like, during the Squadra Blast, and it's like, oh, it doesn't matter because Vegeta is not a selectable character for Squadra Blast, right? That's what they should have done. And I hope that's what they do for future Squadra Blasts, is that the heroes from that season, like they can have it at the beginning of the season, that's fine, but don't allow any heroes from that season, including Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I think that's just not a good idea, especially if it's a character that has not had any chance to be adjusted. Then right here, improvements. So added hero missions where you could earn one hero once a week. This week you'd acquire Cell Perfect Form, which is a tank character, available until the 23rd. This is really interesting. I wonder if Cell might be a character that might be getting an adjustment next week, hopefully in a good way. If you already have him, you will receive the hero memories 5,000 instead, which is a lot of hero memory. That's quite a bit. It makes raising your star grades easier as well, so give it a try. And as mentioned in the developer letter, we're looking at different ways for players to earn new heroes. And again, honestly, if they have these weekly missions giving you a bunch of hero memories, they don't even really have to stay in Star Collection. It's inherently, like, I would still say inherently it is a flawed system, but they can, with how the game operated at the time, right? Because obviously if they make it just like super easy to get, like they don't want, what they want from the Star Collection is that you take a while to get the character, or you have to actually play the game a bunch to get the character. But they don't want to make it too easy. So it's just like, it's a really weird thing to balance, because it's easy to say, oh, just give us more of the memory, give us more Zenny, but that's not, like, they need to, I don't know. There's a few things that they need to do about that, but we can take a look here at the missions. Battle using the tank roll 10 times and you are able to get Cell. And again, if you already have Cell, you will get 5,000 hero memory, which is pretty nice to me, honestly. For example, I already have 2,000 hero memories here. So in fact, we can go ahead and just upgrade this real quick. There's not really that big of a deal. I'm not saving for any character in particular, right? Broly's next week, but I'll have time. And then we see like the next one is 3,500, and then even higher levels right here, 7,500. So getting just a flat 5,000, and it's gonna just circulate like through the cast, I think is really awesome, because eventually, we will get to characters like Super Saiyan 3 Goku or God Topo or Gotenks, right? Ultimate Gohan. It's not going to be for a while, but I think that's pretty nice to see. I mean, the easiest way that they could do something like this is if they bring a mission like this, where it's like, okay, if you use, like, let's say Ultimate Gohan came out, use the technical roll 30 times. You have to play 30 games to use in the technical role specifically. You'll get Ultimate Gohan. Or maybe even just play 50 games and you get Ultimate Gohan. Like, that's a big number, but like, this is an example of what, like, they want you to, they don't want people to hoard anything. I think missions would be a really good idea, just like they're doing for these heroes. And, you know, they could just scrap this. Or they can even keep it and just have missions as well on top of it. But who knows? They said that they're going to get rid of Star Collection. So that's the thing there. Now, beyond that, I think there's mention for a color to raw icons to make them easy to recognize in rooms. So that's, I think, a good idea. Bug fixes, fixed text for the beginner mission, and nothing really else beyond that. Then there's a trial hero change. So this week it's Deborah, Bojack, Cell, Baby, Frieza, then Katie Gohan. So that's pretty much it. But let me know what you guys are thinking about, you know, everything with the season 2 second half here. Not much is happening this week in particular, but it's really next week where we see some of those big changes along with Broly's release. We should have Broly's details this Friday, because usually the content creators from the program are able to post the videos we notice on Friday, like so we'll see what happens. But appreciate y'all for watching, and of course we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.